Hi, and welcome to the second episode of the Etsy Conversations convome.com audio blog series. As you can tell, I really don't know yet what to name this series. Convome.com is my website, but you know this podcast as the Etsy Conversations podcast. And so if you have ideas of how I can creatively name this audio blog series, I would love if you could give me your suggestions. You can email me at interview@convome.com or go to convome.com on the contact page and let me know what you think I should call this. But essentially, it's an audio blog series of me reading blog posts that I've written because, as I mentioned in the first episode, I know you prefer to listen to the podcast and to me share information instead of reading it. So here you'll get the audio version of my blog posts, everything minus any links to resources I mention. And so this week, I am going to tell you how to get access to CreativeBug absolutely free with no strings attached, and it's not just a free trial. Now, I promise that this is not like a ploy to get you to sign up using my affiliate link, because again, it's telling you how to get access to it. So it's not, you can't, I get nothing if you click the link, which you can't because this is a podcast episode. So let me go down to if you actually look at the blog, I also made a recommendation because I wrote this post during the COVID lockdown days, and so sometimes I just want to clear my mind by binge watching something, and I found an Amazon original drama that I thought was good, so I recommended that. It was The Widow. All right, so now back to CreativeBug. If you go directly to the creativebug.com website, you'll be given the option to sign up for a free trial first. And that's you can do that. Unfortunately, it will only be for 7 days or 2 months or whatever they happen to be promoting at the time you visit their website. Then after that, you'll need to pay to continue to have access to their library of classes and more. And at the time I wrote this post and at the time I'm recording this audio blog, the cost for a CreativeBug membership is $7.95 per month. Now, here's the magic. Public libraries. If you haven't registered or signed up at your public library, you need to do that like now, because this is how you get access to CreativeBug free. Now, your public library gives you access to a plethora of online educational resources, all absolutely free. And the only cost, in quotes, is your library card number, which again, from your public library is free of charge. Well, not free because you do pay taxes. And so your tax money goes into the resources that you get. And so recently I got a notification email from my own public library, my own local library. And it was about a week before I wrote the post. And they were letting me know that they have added CreativeBug to their repository of online resources. And this is in addition to the other great resources they already provide to us for free, like lynda.com. If you've ever looked into taking online classes to learn just different skills, like how to use WordPress or how to start a blog or how to run an Etsy shop or what have you, lynda.com has classes that talk about everything and anything from technical to creative. You can learn about SEO, all that stuff. And they were bought, I don't know exactly when, sometime in the last couple of years, by LinkedIn. And so, their library of courses has grown even more. But anyway, it costs it costs money, and I don't remember how much, but it's not cheap to subscribe to lynda.com. But through your local library, you can get access to lynda.com free, all their classes. Anyway, I'm digressing from the post. I'll get to that. So other online resources are, Gale courses, Rosetta Stone, the insanely expensive language learning system. You can get it for free through your local library. Treehouse, which is all technical courses, you can get for free, again, through your local library, and many, many more. So these resources are things, like I said, you usually have to pay for on an ongoing basis. They're monthly subscription services, and some of them have premium prices. But the library gives us access to their full offerings absolutely free. And I have completed more courses on lynda.com than I can count right now. And I've never once been dinged for using it too much or too often. Now that CreativeBug is included, I can't wait to dive in and start devouring the content they produce and to start taking some classes I've had my eye on for a while. So I logged into my library and I set up my account, and all you do is you provide your library number, and then you CreativeBug will create your account. You give them an email address, and then from then on, that's how you can log into their site, is through that. And so it's great. I now am inspired to finally bite the bullet and buy my Cricut Maker so I can finally learn how to engrave with it, because one of my goals for 2020 was to give only handmade birthday gifts to friends and family this year, all made by me from scratch. And so I've wanted one for a while, and I just didn't know if I would find the resources to learn how to use it to the max. But now I can, because CreativeBug has many Cricut classes online. So what if your library doesn't offer this? Well, I'm glad you asked. So I told a friend of mine about having access free to lynda.com through the local library. And when he checked with his own local library, they didn't have it. So what do? Well, this is where I get to give you even more great news, and you're welcome. So all these organizations have partnered with local libraries across the country, and that's the US, to provide their services to library patrons. And I guess now would be a good time for me to say that I only know this to be true for US residents. So if you live outside of America, and I know a lot of people who listen to this podcast do live outside of the United States, I'm sorry, but this may not be applicable to you. If your local library, and you'll need to check both your city library and your county library. Mine, the library I get access to all this through is my county library, and I belong to both. So if your local library doesn't offer it yet, then you can ask them to get it. So when I told my friend about this, and he lives in an entirely different state than I do, he was able to let the library, his local library, know about this resource. And guess what? They got access to lynda.com, and now they offer it to all their local patrons. So all that to say is, if your library does not yet give you access to CreativeBug for free, ask them to sign up for it. I'm sure it's not limited to just the county that I live in. So I do hope you go ahead and take advantage of this wonderful service. And if you do, let me know that you did. You can email me or go over to convome.com and look for this post called Get Access to CreativeBug Absolutely Free, No Strings Attached. It's kind of a long title, but you'll see it. And let me know in the comments section there if you were able to get access to it and what classes you plan on taking. Thanks again for listening to this audio blog series, and I will be back with the next episode next week or, next time. You can connect with me on Instagram at ConvoMePodcast.